This video is sponsored by Harry's.
Iberian Airways flight 268 to Barcelona is now ready for boarding. With all passengers for this flight.
I can't believe our first gig for the year involves us traveling. Yeah, we're actually going to CES, John and I, and believe it or not, we always have budget items with us. Most things are under 75 bucks, but I think it's just best for me to just show you what we're going to bring and give you guys ideas of what you can get for your desks, for your everyday carry setup, and much more. Let me just rewind the tape a little bit. Let's go back to the office for a second. Can you believe all of this together is under 120 bucks? One thing I need in my life is proper lighting, and that's usually because of the tasks I get done. I've always liked the Quntis light bar because not only it's budget friendly, but it adds extra ambient lighting to reduce eye strain, especially when I'm planning a whole trip and packing. Quntis made super intuitive touch controls on its plastic toolbar. These allow you to easily turn it on, adjust its brightness levels, change the color temperature, or simply just leave it in auto. Because of its frame and the amount of LEDs it has, it doesn't necessarily provide an incredible amount of light. However, it does allow you to reach very low brightness levels, which is something I do enjoy from time to time. This also connects via USB-C, a port that is sort of clamped to its own monitor adapter. In other words, a clamp that installs on most monitors and delivers that nice asymmetrical pattern that reduces glare on the screen. Usually, when I need more lighting than what this little guy can output, I tend to bring other lighting sources to help out. Now, the Quntis of course connects to my MacBook, but I think it would have been awesome being able to connect it to my smart plug. Hue switches are used a ton around the condo, especially here in the office, and more precisely with my Aperture light source. What I like about it is that not only it lets you control it through the Hue app itself as well as voice command via Google Home, but it also delivers a physical switch for when you want to simply go up to the plug and cut off its power. These come in very handy. I suggest you add them to your arsenal, especially when they cost about 35 bucks and they are able to automate spaces around your house so freaking well. It doesn't automate everything though, especially these wireless wall lights. I can finally say I found proper budget wireless lights. Lights that mount magnetically thanks to the 360-degree magnetic rotating base, battery powered, that charges through USB-C, and are aesthetically functional, which just means that it's nice and super easy to use. They deliver 3 different brightness levels as well as 3 different color temperatures. They literally mount everywhere and anywhere, plus they create a good amount of lighting, which is great, especially if you're doing things like reading, packing, creating labels, and whatnot. Oh yeah, a smart label maker for only like 35 bucks. If you're a bit of a freak like me, mainly when it comes to keeping things organized, this could be a great tech item to add to your life. The box comes with the actual machine itself, a couple of Nimbus label tapes, labels that are waterproof, scratch proof, oil proof, and even tear proof. If I recall, I think these are 12mm by 40mm tape labels. They practically fit in most places, and they are great for when it comes to labeling cables. To make this work, it's all done through their app. So basically, after you pair your D11 printer, the app will automatically detect the label type inside the printer and will let you start creating tags as you wish. There's a bunch of cool little functions as well as fonts that allow you to style your labels, and basically once those are ready, it literally takes less than 5 seconds to print it all. Definitely comes in handy to label tech, especially when bringing a tech pouch. This here's from Alpaca. First of all, I'm gonna come out and say it. This is probably the best tech pouch I've ever felt. Incredible materials, and it does not feel like a $45 pouch. I could have sworn this was like 100 bucks. This here's their tech kit, which is a limited edition pouch, super convenient and helped me store cables, chargers, SD cards, and more. It's waterproof, which is great, meaning that it has a waterproof YKK AquaGuard zippers paired with this nice impermeable material. Overall, it has a small form factor at 8.7 inches in length and 5.1 inches in width. If you stuff it up, it definitely gets thicker than 2.2 inches, and I really like the fact that you can definitely stuff things up in here, all thanks to its elastic loops and flexible pockets that keep so much budget tech inside of it. This also includes this microfiber cloth I got from Whoosh, and Okay, well, I don't really keep my shaving razor in here. I sort of needed to look presentable for the event, and so Harry's very well hooked me up. Harry's is a brand that manufacture high quality and German engineered razors. These are actually fair price razors for everyone to use. They have high quality blades, complete with a precision trimmer, and on top of that, a flexible hinge. They come in this nice little package, which actually includes a traveling case, and so it makes it pretty great when putting it in my toiletry bag. For the price, there are amazing features this nice two-tone orange rubber grip packs up. First of all, it's a 5-blade cartridge, easily replaceable with the extra cartridge they provide in the box. Second, it has a flex hinge, and so it allows to properly contour my face. And at last, having a rubber grip makes it easier when it comes to control. They actually just improved these with a new design, implementing deeper handle grooves for an improved grip, and 50% of the plastic in their handle is recycled. On top of that, their foaming gel makes things even easier and is highly suitable for sensitive skin. It's made out of skin-loving ingredients like aloe and hyaluronic acid. For the price, you not only get quality service, but you also have the possibility of enjoying the convenience from having razor refills delivered directly to your door. If you want to be a bit more part of this budget video, you can redeem your starter set for just $5 when you check the link in the description down below. Now, when it comes to Whoosh, I actually got an Apple employee to recommend this brand. Apparently they use it behind their Genius Bar, and honestly, I can definitely see why. Whoosh products clean screens like nothing else out there. My MacBooks, phones, iPads, monitors, they get so freaking dirty with time, and it's so hard to clean them with any other products. I use the Whoosh Screen Shine Liquid, which is odorless and alcohol free, and sprayed literally on everything. Although they really do have all sorts of products for all kinds of surfaces. For iPads, I will say it works like a charm, but I do have to give Paperlike a massive thumbs up for their little cleaner kit. This and Whoosh definitely do the job for me, mostly when it comes to cleaning phone screens. Now, of course, most of the time I do rock my phones with a screen protector, mostly when I know that I'm going to be traveling, for when I'm walking, in the car, at airports, and just simply moving around. Having a good screen protector is definitely important. This here's Casetify's tempered glass screen protector, and this isn't just a regular screen protector, it's actually anti-blue light. I got LASIK not long ago and I've been trying to take care of my eyes a bit more, and having a protector like this definitely helps. Plus, it was actually a super easy installation, something I got done before leaving the office, of course. I also paired this with their Bounce Black King Snake case. These type of cases offer extreme protection. It's something I wanted while traveling, especially since we are going to Vegas, and so I wanted a case that would support massive drops, a case that would protect the corners, fit their camera lens protector on it, and even protect the screen if my phone was ever to fall face down. I've realized that not many case manufacturers make cases like these. They did sponsor one of our videos last year, and honestly, I've been super impressed with their products, especially the way they build them. Great attention to details around the camera lens, an incredible rug pattern design within their cases, and so I think they are worth checking out. They've got all sorts of cool cases worth the money. I also threw some Airtags inside my stuff. It's the first time we traveled to a city so far away from home, so I wanted to make sure all of our things were trackable, especially in a city like Las Vegas. Airtags are the best way to track your items. I personally use them for my keys, cars, used to have them in my old wallet, luggage, and now our Pelican cases. This makes your items super easy to find within the Find My app, where you also have the ability to set up all kinds of AirTag devices. It's such a great system, especially knowing that when the AirTag is around, an arrow will point to its precise location. You can also play a sound if you can't properly find it, and view it on a map to navigate towards it. It makes all of your goodies super easy to find, mainly if you ever happen to lose them at an event like CES. By the way, massive shout out to MSI for inviting us to CES 2023. Every time I'm away from the office, more specifically at events like CES, my phone always finds a way to be low in battery, which is why I brought the Anker 622 magnetic charger with me. This year along my MOV battery pack are among the most popular chargers in the office. I will say, With time, I've realized this here runs hotter than most wireless chargers, but it has a pretty useful feature like a stand if you need. I appreciate Anker for using high quality materials on this. They sort of have this rubber and suede combination along the stand and the whole casing, and so it's a battery pack that feels super premium and very expensive, which is not, because at 50 bucks you're getting a 5000 milliamp battery that provides a magnetic charge up to 7.5 watts. So yeah, it does take a bit of time to charge, but it's worth it. As juice goes down on this, these little charging indicators at the bottom will let you know the battery status of the brick. It's a super useful feature to have throughout your day, and no, this does not properly fit on an iPhone mini. Overall, with time, I've realized that this comes in super clutch when I'm around at 10%, and so as the day goes, it usually charges the phone by up to 65% in like an hour or so. But usually, once I'm back from whatever I'm doing, I typically use a fast charging cube to fully charge my phone. Now, this here is another life savior. When my battery packs are out of juice and I need a quick charge, the Ugreen Nexode 45 watts USB-C charger delivers extremely fast charging. In fact, for 35 bucks, I can get my iPhone 14 Pro from 10% to 50% in a matter of minutes. Not that I brought the Air with me for this trip, but within an hour of charge, it gets my M2 MacBook Air to around 70% in terms of battery life from an empty charge. And don't worry, this here is safe. It has overcurrent protection, over voltage protection, it also is fire resistant because of its materials, and it doesn't get hot because of its temperature regulator. It's crazy because with this form factor, you can charge your iPhone and Apple Watch at the same time before going to bed with one brick. Yes, it's extremely small in size, which is super easy to carry around, and so technically I like pairing these with Volta charging cables. However, I found a really interesting product recently. When in need of USB-C to USB-C cables, for only $20 you can pick these up. These are nylon braided USB-C cables that deliver up to 100 watts of fast charging, which integrate a little LED display showing the current power status of your connection. Mine are 4 feet long. I feel like I should have gone for their 6-foot option instead, mainly because I use these for charging and not so much for the 480 megabits per second of data transfer. I've noticed that once the device is full, it more often shows 0 watts, meaning that there is no power being transferred to the battery. It's actually pretty sick. Because I'm away from home, the best thing you can bring with your MacBook is a proper mouse, and this here's the Logitech G305 Lightspeed in white. This is the ultimate budget and minimalist mouse. It's a mouse that is very much worth its money and is extremely easy to carry. Not light because it's not the lightest at 99 grams, but it's extremely small at about 150 millimeters long, 62 millimeters wide, and about 38 millimeters tall. This here is a mouse that offers 6 programmable buttons via Logitech Hub. We've personally programmed the 2 on the left side that actuate with your thumb and left the 4 other top buttons very much to their default state. It's very much a budget gaming mouse, I know, and so it has a small PTFE feed paired with a 12,000 dpi optical heater sensor. Inside, you'll find room for its AA battery and a little storage compartment for its USB dongle. The battery is not as impressive as the Orochi V2 we have at the office. However, for a mouse at 40 bucks, 250 hours on a single battery life is really good. And yes, battery life can be checked within the Logitech G Hub software, by the way. It's also pretty much where you can tweak its settings and make it a great gaming mouse with its high performance hero sensor. It does make gaming extremely appealing, very responsive because of its switches, and fun, especially for the price. It's a great mouse, very much an all-in-one. This minimal mouse, when carried, pairs extremely well with the WD Elements SE SSD. Now this here is a tiny bit more expensive. I bought it at around $70 US, but it's such a tiny and great SSD to carry around with you. I do consider this budget, especially when they come on sale. Not only that, but for the money, getting write and read speeds of up to 400 megabits per second does come in super handy wherever you are. For us, it's very much handy, especially when editing abroad. And have you guys seen the size of this? It literally fits in my pocket. I think it would have been so clever to allow the chassis to hook a keychain for an AirTag, mainly if you were to drop this at a hotel or an airport on your way back. The last budget tag that was very much worth it during our trip is the JBL Clip 4 waterproof speaker. It's a great little handy tag tool to have with you, mainly in Vegas, a place that will most likely push you to go to a pool or the gym. It's very small in size, comes in like 10 colors, and delivers a great user experience with these 3 buttons on this nice mesh finish. Surprisingly, it has this metal frame that goes around. I don't know if it's because of its carabiner loop or it's part of its IP67 waterproof and dustproof rating. Nonetheless, it can connect to your smartphone and your laptop via Bluetooth, and you can use those little cables I showed you before to charge it. Very much what I've been doing since it's been a speaker we've been using for music and editing. It's not the loudest speaker ever, but it's loud enough to say fill a hotel room per se, so good enough when it comes to its bass, and across the board the sounds are very much balanced, I'd say. For around $50, it's just a super nice and durable speaker to have at hand. I know I've been making super expensive videos lately. I feel like I owe you guys so many budget videos, and those will come, especially a nice desk setup for students video. Stay tuned, subscribe to the channel for a lot more. I can't thank MSI enough for bringing us to Las Vegas and allowing us to properly showcase all these cool accessories on the go. I will leave links to these down below, so make sure you check these out. I technically gotta catch a flight tomorrow. Take care, I'll see you at the studio.
We'll be right back.